What's up, guys? I'm DT Artman, and welcome back to another figure review. Today, we're going to be looking at the Hot Toys Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse Miles Morales. When this first got announced at San Diego Comic-Con 2019, I was already anticipating this figure. So, with that being said, let's get to the unboxing. Okay, just like last time, we're going to take a look at the box art here. You see the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse logo. See 6-scale collectible figure, Miles Morales. You get a look of Miles during the scene where he takes the leap of faith in his hoodie, his jacket, his shorts, and his sneakers. You get the Hot Toys logo at the bottom here. Now, when you flip it on the side, you get a look of Miles in his Spider-Man suit, but he has his mask off. And you see 6-scale collectible figure and the name Miles Morales, as well as the Hot Toys logo at the bottom right here. When you flip it on the back, you get a picture of the Kingpin. I don't understand why Hot Toys didn't give us a Kingpin figure, but oh well, who knows. When you flip it on the other side, you get a look of Miles fully in his costume. You get 6-scale collectible figure and the name Miles Morales, and the Hot Toys logo at the bottom right here. Now, when you look at the top, you see the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse logo here, as well as the bottom. Okay, now when you take the flap off, you get a full look of what you're going to get in the box. And of course, you see the 6-scale collectible figure, Miles Morales. Now, when you flip this on its side here, you get a different look at the figure. You see the 6-scale collectible Miles Morales. I've already said that a couple times. I'm not going to say it again. And when you look on the back of the box here, you see different expressions, different poses, and different looks of Miles. And of course, when you look down here, you get a bio of Miles. And of course, it's the same as the other side when you flip it over. All right, now that we've taken a look at the second part of the box, let's get to the accessories. Okay, we have his accessories laid out here, and as you can see for yourselves, it's quite a lot. So let's get right to it. Of course, we get the standard Hot Toys base with the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse logo. We have the nameplate, Miles Morales. We have the gripping hand for the base. I really don't like using these because it damages the materials of the suit. We have the pole here that holds the gripping hand and the figure itself. We have the instruction sheet. Always keep this around, especially with a figure of this caliber. Pretty much any figure. Okay. We have the first of 2 head sculpts. I really like what they did with this. This is a phenomenal head sculpt. It looks just like him in the movie. Of course, here's the second head sculpt with the mask on top of his head. Cool thing is here, you can switch it out. You have the neck piece for when you want to change to another look, as well as the socks pieces. But we'll get to that look later on. You have the 2 web hands here for gripping the webs. You have a spray can hand right here. And of course, the more relaxed hand. You have 2 open hands here. You have 2 webbing hands here, like when he goes like this, like he's shooting a web. And you also have two sets of wall crawling hands here. You have the sneakers that it comes with. But, you know, I'm not too fond of these, so I had to go on Etsy.com to get custom pairs. But I'll show you that later on when I get to the different looks of the figure. Or the different poses. Okay. We have the squinty magnetic eyes. We have a little more serious eyes, but we have other serious eyes, but a little more open. And this is more of an expression eyes, like a look of shock, pretty much. Of course, you have the shoelace here that goes along with the shoe. You can replace the open shoelaced one and replace it with this. You have the spray can that goes along with this hand here. Pretty much put it on like this. Sorry about that. Of course, you get the extra set of pegs here in case you break one of them. I always love the fact that Hot Toys includes these with the figures. Because, you know, when you're posing and you're trying to put a hand in a certain place and by mistake you snap the peg, and you can just replace it. This is the flashlight that he uses. This is the bag that contains the, you know, kiddish version of the Spider-Man costume that he gets from Stan Lee in the film. Of course, you have his artwork here that you see him do towards the beginning of the film and has tags. And you have a thing of stickers here that he places all over when he walks around the city. And of course, you get the standard issue set of webs here that comes with every Spider-Man figure. The material for this does need to change. I've heard someone by the name of 1/6 Scale Man, or Lael, most of you know him already, mention that they need to change the material because it wears down and breaks down over time. And I completely agree with that. And of course, you have the open web here, makes it look like he's webbing something up. Okay, now that we have his accessories out here and we've gone through them, let's get to the figure itself. As you can see, here is the full look of Miles Morales himself. Now, from the looks of this figure, I can already tell it's a new body, and the suit is very different from the other Spider-Man figures. So, with that being said, let's take a closer look. Okay, so we'll start with the movement of the head. You can tilt it up a little bit, but not too far. You can tilt it, you can't tilt it down too much. It's basically like this. You can tilt the head to the side like this, as well as the other side. You can bend the arm pretty far because the material on this suit is fantastic. Of course, there's a little bunching, but you don't have to worry about still having that bunch in there because this material is fantastic. It will resort back to its original form. And of course, you can do that with the other arm as well. How far you can rotate it back? Pretty much, you can rotate it back at like a really, really fantastic range. Give me a second. Like, you got to be careful about this top red part right here. This is great. You can't do this with any other figure. Like, Hot Toys in the future really needs to consider making more Spider-Man figures with this type of material suit. I just can't believe how fantastic it is. Now, with his legs, you can toward it back really, really further than you do with another Spider-Man suit, because this new body is great. And it really, really allows you to do more with the poses and posability. Oh my God. And of course, with the toes, you get a toe flap here. You see that? Oh my God. Every Spider-Man figure should include a posable toe flap, because he does all these crazy poses and whatnot, right? It's like, that is just great. Excuse me a second. That is just great. So, with the articulation down, let's get to the poses. After taking a close look at this figure, I gotta tell you, it is so choice. If you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up. I got in my Ferris Bueller bag for a second. But on a serious note, if you're a Spider-Man fan, I highly recommend getting this figure. It is definitely what a Spider-Man figure is supposed to be. Hot Toys has to make Spider-Man figures with this kind of material for the suits, because Spider-Man should be highly posable, and we see him in such crazy poses. I just don't understand why Hot Toys use the material for the suits that they have been using. They need to stick with this. So, that's it for today's review, and I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.